We've got a roundup of the hottest new gaming gear from E3 in this hour. Call for help.
Hi, call for help. Hey, call for help is on.
Leah? Oh, it's me. Oh, hey, how are you? Hello and good to see you. Welcome to Call for Help. I am your genial host, Leo Laporte. So good to see you. Welcome to the show. This is going to be a fun one. In case you've never seen this show before, and I know there are a few, all we do here is we help you get the most out of technology. We want to take technology and make it yours, empower you. I hate the word empower, but that's what we do. Take these little spawns of Satan, these little beige boxes from hell, and make it something that you can use to change your life and to make the world a better place. That's all. That's all I ask. And we have a lot of fun doing it. If you have a question, use the email form on our website, techtv.com/call-for-help. See, there it is, right there. And yeah, we could get you on the show. That's what we do too. We take calls on the show. Love doing that too. Hearing from you, the people. On today's show, Andrew Hahn, our good man from the lab, and the rest of the lab rats, they were at E3, the big gaming convention. I'm so jealous. They worked the floor for days looking for the coolest new gaming gadgets, gear, and peripherals. He's exhausted. He looks tired. You have fun? What did he find? No, you look great.
I love it. It's awesome.
Oh,
I love that show.
I think it's becoming the most fun trade show of all.
You know, I've gone for 8 years now.
Have you really?
Yeah, yeah.
Way back when it was the Electronic Entertainment Expo.
That's right. You know, the funny thing is, after all these years, I've like gone up in position, and I play less. I played like one game this time.
Because people want to talk to you.
The first time, I played games like all day.
You have to take meetings now, Mr. Hahn.
I have to take these stupid meetings. I don't want to take.
Well, Andrew has some stuff. He's been taking meetings, and he'll show you the results. And ladies and gentlemen, the one and the only, Kat Schwartz. She's going to show you how to design your own custom T-shirts and hoodies.
Yeah, I'm bummed, though, because mine didn't come in time for the show.
Oh,
they
man.
sew each thing on individually, so it's this whole process.
Is it like an applique?
No, they're letters.
I get it.
They individually sew on.
Well, you can show us.
It's cool, yeah, it's going to be cool. And there's another custom site that I found that's crazy. You can customize your pants.
It's not too late. If they come tomorrow, you can show us tomorrow. And if they don't come tomorrow, forget it.
Right.
Just forget it.
Right.
So how are you? I love your shirt. Did you design
Thanks.
that?
Yeah. No,
beautiful.
Miss 60 designed this one.
Oh, well, whoever that is.
Yeah, she's cool, even though I don't even know if it's an actual person. It's a good designer.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you today?
Pretty good.
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yeah.
One more day left of this week.
And of this show.
Yeah.
That's our penultimate show.
Yeah.
And I should say, you are going on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, we'll see.
I'm very excited for this young lady. She's going to be a star. Let's get our first caller on the air here. Who do you have for us?
On the phone, it's Dennis from Houston, Texas. What's up, Dennis?
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Leo.
How are you, sir?
And everybody around. Good evening, morning to you, or evening, whatever it may be.
Wherever you may be.
That may be listening to Leo.
Yay! How are things in Houston? You had some big thunderstorms last week, didn't you?
Oh, it rained and rained and rained.
Tornadoes?
But that's good, because I stayed in here and watched y'all.
I like that.
Right?
My wife and I were in Florida, and we had to fly home through Houston. And actually, we flew in separate planes because she's afraid we'll both go down and orphan our children or something. Anyway, my flight, no problem. I got home easy. She was stuck in Baton Rouge. They diverted her to Baton Rouge, and she had to sit there for like 8 hours watching the weather report in Houston, watching those storms move through.
Man.
Well, anyway, I'm glad you survived.
Yeah, it looks good here now.
What can I do for you?
What I'd like to do is I run an Internet Explorer, and I'd like to open up a new web page every time I open a page.
A new web page every time you open up a page. So you're on a website, and when you click, what you mean when you click a link, you want a new page to open up?
Yes, sir. I don't want to see a go back or anything. I don't want to see where you have to go back to look at the previous page. Everything should just open up individually, so you'll have 3 of them up at one time.
I understand what you're saying. Unfortunately, our internet's down, so I can't show you. Now, one thing is, of course, you know that shift-clicking or right-clicking and opening a new window will do that. But you want it to do it every single time.
Yes.
I bet you there's a reg hack that'll do that. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to have to do some investigation. But there might be a registry hack that'll do that. I want to recommend something, though, to you, Dennis.
Okay.
I understand why you want that.
Yeah, and because it's annoying to have to go back.
Yeah.
You know?
So what I think you want is something that I've discovered has changed my browsing life. It's called tabbed browsing. And it's very similar to what you're talking about, but instead of opening a whole new window, which can be tricky to manage, what it does is every time you open a new page, it opens it in a tab, which I can't, unfortunately. Oh, there we go. Looks like we've got internet access. Let's try it now.
Great.
No. I don't know what's going on here. They probably forgot to pay the bill.
Right.
But, well, there you go. Now you can see, now it's not going to load any pages, but I've got some tabs here. So what you do is you click these tabs, so it's all in the same window. Would that do what you want?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think you would like this. I'll tell you, it's changed the way I surf, because what I'll do is open a bunch of pages and tabs, and the neat thing is, while you're on one tab, the other page can be loading up for you. And you can have 100 tabs across here. You know, you can have a bookmark, as we do here, where you've got a bunch of pages that open all at once. Unfortunately, our net access.
I want to go to tab 3, I tap on tab 3, and now I know what it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's the same thing. I mean, I imagine what you want with multiple windows is you alt tab from window to window, right?
Right. So I can just look at 2 or 3 things. Well, what, you know.
This would be very similar. Now, there's 2 ways to get tabbed browsing. One is to use a different browser like Mozilla, which is a really great browser that has that built in. There are some software programs you can download to modify Internet Explorer. I think My IE2 is the one that we recommend that will add tabs to Internet Explorer. So we'll put a link to those on the website. So I think there probably is a registry edit, and I will look to see that will automatically open in a new window.
Okay.
I have to say, you're probably one of the few people, Dennis, that actually wants that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but that would be annoying to me.
Okay.
But I will look, and I bet you there is, but I would say for you, tabbed browsing might be the best of both worlds, because it's still organized, it's all in one window, so it doesn't you don't get all these cascades of windows filling up your screen, and you still get that benefit of clicking window to window or tab to tab. And I think it's a good way to go. We'll have a link to a program that makes IE do it. We'll have a link to Mozilla. And if I can find one before the end of the show, I will have some information on a reg hack that will get that done as well.
And Mozilla is different from Internet Explorer?
It is. It's basically Netscape.
Okay.
The folks at Netscape gave away what they call the source code, the programming information for Netscape some years ago. And Mozilla has been developed by volunteers and has become, I think, the best browser out there.
And something about Fireworm or...
Yeah, Firefox. That's
Firefox.
The Fireworm. Firefox is also from Mozilla. This is all at mozilla.org, and it's kind of a newer version of Mozilla. I love Firefox too. A couple of other things that I think should be Internet Explorer that are not. Both Firefox and Mozilla have pop-up blocking, so you never see pop-ups anymore.
And the Google in the corner?
And they have Google in the corner. That's in Firefox. Yeah, I love Google.
Well, yeah, I just was hesitant about downloading it.
Don't be hesitant. It's great.
Super.
I highly recommend it. And I think it's going to give you the feature that you're really looking for, which is that ability to kind of organize multiple pages.
Great.
All right.
Well, that certainly helped me today, Leo.
Well, Dennis, it's been a real pleasure talking to you. I thank you so much for joining us.
Y'all take care and appreciate y'all being there for us.
It's our great pleasure. We love what we do.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Coming up next, if Fawn keeps setting them up, I'm going to keep answering them. We're going to take 2 quick calls back to back when Call for Help continues. Don't go away. Fawn, look, she's working. She's working. She's getting some calls for me, right? Right. Roger is the man. He got us our internet access back. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. Or maybe I spoke too soon. Did I? It's dead again. Roger, you got it back. You got it back.
Is it working?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of. It's either working or it's not working.
His diagnostic, there it is, it's working. Right. His diagnostic of this is somebody sat on a cable somewhere. It's not like a water hose, Roger. You don't see.
No, I mean someone sat on something, disconnected it.
Oh, okay.
Jeez. A little imagination, please.
Let's get back to the phones. Who's on the line, Kat?
Do you think we could do a whole show without it? I guess we probably could. You could.
I could. I don't need anything. Give me a chalkboard, a piece of paper.
And a microphone.
I could draw the internet.
All right. On the phone, it's Paul from Tucson, Arizona, Leo.
Thank you, Kat. Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Good, good. How are you?
Back to the great Southwest.
Yeah.
How are things in Tucson?
Hot.
Yeah.
Very.
I remember I used to do a TV show down there called Internet! It was hot down there. Yeah. What can I do for you?
Well, I have this ThinkPad that has ME on it.
Okay.
And I want to reformat it completely and install XP. But as far as I know, to put XP onto something after you reformatted, you need to boot from floppy, but there's no floppy drive.
You do not need to boot from floppy. Do you have a CD ROM drive?
Yes.
All right. That's the easiest thing in the world. First of all, you can install XP on top of ME.
Right.
If you wanted to save your applications and settings. Right. However, I commend you because you're wisely saying, no, I should start from scratch. And that's always the best way to install an operating system, as long as you've backed everything up, right, Paul?
Right.
Back everything up. Now, the great thing about XP is you put that CD in there, and you can do this on your ThinkPad. Almost all computers you can do it. You tell the computer to boot from the CD-ROM. You'll run the installation procedure, and the very first thing XP does is say, I see you have a version of Windows here. Do you want to keep it, have me install on top of it, or do you want a fresh install? And if you say, I want a fresh install, it'll say, well, do you want me to reformat the hard drive? Do you want me to partition it? It has a built-in partitioner and formatter. And since you're not saving anything, you can use that to divide your hard drive up if you want, to start from scratch. It's all built in, so you don't need a floppy at all. You can format it with the install CD that comes with XP.
Nice.
Okay?
Okay.
Good luck. I think you're going to find that's a very nice upgrade.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck, Paul. Let's take another call. Who's on the line, Kat?
Okay, let's do it. It's Justin from Cooperopolis? Cooperopolis, California.
Yeah, I know Cooperopolis. Cooperopolis.
What a name.
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. How about you, Leah?
We're doing very well. What can I do for you today?
I want to know about Merc, also known as MIRC.
Merc?
Yes. I want to know what it was, how to use it.
What is this?
And is it safe?
Is it safe? No. It can be a little bit tricky. IRC stands for Internet Relay Chat. And it is one of the oldest applications on the Internet. It actually is older than the World Wide Web. And it's chat like if you've used AIM or any other chat service, it's very similar to that. IRC chat rooms are rooms where multiple people are talking all at once. And you can use a variety of different programs to get into IRC. Merc happens to be the most popular program for Windows, but there are many, many choices. Merc is not free. It's shareware. I think it's $30. I use Merc. A lot of people use Merc because it's very scriptable and customizable. You can download Merc from the website mirc.com and try it for free. And frankly, it doesn't really bug you if you don't give them money. But I paid for it. You know, it's nice to have a full version of it. Very powerful. Is it dangerous? Potentially. Because it is so scriptable, it is so powerful, you can have problems in IRC. Lots of hackers hang out there. It's kind of the Wild West of the Internet. It's not regulated. You know, it's not like going into an AOL chat room where there are moderators going, no, no, no. Anything can happen. So, for instance, you should absolutely turn off automatic file receive in Merc. You shouldn't allow people just to send you files because you can get in real trouble. They can send you a script that can take over your computer. Things like that. But, your Internet address is visible when you're in an IRC chat room. So if somebody wants to do something to you and you have some vulnerabilities on your system, they maybe have a way to target you. But it's not. I wouldn't worry too much. Now, there's a lot of ways to get into chat. For instance, I have a chat room that I use with a radio show. And you just go to irc.dslextreme.com and you go in the chat room. And it's a little Java client, which means that you don't have to install Merc. You saw it a second ago. It's going to reinstall now. It's going to download the thing. There it is. And you can go in the chat room, and it's just like Merc. Dan's in there, and a bunch of other people. There's somebody I don't understand because I do that radio show on the weekends, but they chat in there all the week long. It's Thursday, and they're in there. So this is it's like IRC. You go, hi guys, and then everybody sees that, and they can chat back and forth with you.
Right.
So you don't have to use Merc.
Okay.
You can use a variety of clients, including, this isn't even something you need to install. This is just I make this available on my site as a Java thing so that people don't have to know anything about Merc. Okay. But if you get serious about IRC, I think Merc is a very, very good program, and I probably do recommend it. And again, you should probably read, they talk about it in the documentation, Merc security rules, things not to do, don't download from strangers, don't click on links from strangers, and make sure you have your Windows update and your antivirus is updated and all that stuff. But that's the normal thing.
All right.
Justin, I think IRC is a great way. Have you done any IRC chatting?
So far I've done some XTC searches and a little bit of IRC chatting, just trying to ask people around how to do things.
Well, there are thousands and thousands of IRC chat rooms. It's kind of like the unknown underground of the Internet. Yeah. And I think first of all, that's where a lot of piracy occurs. You can, a lot of file swapping occurs on IRC, but also there's newbie chat rooms where you can learn something. Almost all the open source programs that are being developed have active chat rooms where people go in there and exchange information. It is just a wonderful resource. Just got to be careful. It's like the Wild West. There's no Wyatt Earp there keeping an eye on things.
Okay.
All right?
All right, thank you.
I thank you for the call, Justin. I
Have
appreciate it. Still ahead, Tech TV Labs' Andrew Hahn is here to round up a few of his favorite new gaming accessories from E3. And coming up next, download a better image browser. Roger has a free file that'll let you create musical slideshows, extract icons from files, encrypt images, and a whole lot more. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. If you're looking for a full-featured image viewer with the ability to make slideshows, and who isn't, why not try out today's free file? It's Image Browser Arctic.
Yes. Now,
can you only do images of snow?
No, it's you can do many images like JPEG, GIF, bitmap, and it's great because you can once you have it, you can get a thumbnail view of what you want.
I have to say, everybody should have something like this because it's just so much easier to look at your images.
Yeah, and one of the cool things, actually, the real reason I like this so much is that it lets you make slideshows. You know how we oftentimes get people calling, I want to make my slideshows on my vacation photos. Well, this is it, and it does it for free. You just click on slides, and it's going to come up with the little slideshow editor, and all you need to do is pick out the pictures that you want. So we'll take those, and then if I want, I can actually add a background or music.
Oh, that's neat.
Let me see, and let's actually, yeah.
What? You're looking for the music?
More,
yeah. Background? Yeah. How about more options? Would that do it?
Probably. I must admit, I just used this not more than a week ago, and for some reason, I'm totally blank right now.
That's all right, Roger.
But it's cool, and once I preview,
when you get to be Roger's age, it's hard to remember things.
Once you've done this show as long as I have, you begin.
You've done it longer than I have, really.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Because I left for a while.
Yeah, well, I started my internship a week before the show started.
Did you really?
Yes.
You were an intern.
Yes, I've been here 6 years.
Wow.
I'm a warhorse.
Yeah, you were something.
I'm something.
Is this the slideshow? I think it's fascinating so far.
It's fascinating so far, and for you know what? I got this working not 10 minutes before the show started.
And then the internet went down. It wasn't your fault.
I think it's you. You jinxed everything.
But you like this program, right?
I love it. You know what?
I think what's happened.
Believe me, it's.
I'm gonna protect you, Roger. This computer has crashed.
Yes.
It's not your fault.
I blame you.
That was the motto on day one, and it's the motto still today. It's not your fault.
Yes, and you know what? As embarrassed as I am, I must admit it's actually a great free file.
So download it and try it.
And the cool thing is it'll generate the slideshow into an executable. So if you want to send it to Grandma,
that's nice.
Or you want to send it to
including the pictures, or do you have to?
Yeah, no, it puts everything into an executable.
That's
you
a great
email
idea.
it, you double-click it, plays the music, goes to the slideshow. Only thing it's going to do is give this Utica.
This is the little ad.
It'll have the little ad in the beginning, but once it starts rolling through, it's great. Believe me, it's great. It's worked every time except for today. I think it's actually locked up.
I think it's dead.
All right.
All right. You go back, reboot the computer, and I'll take another call. Let's see who's. Yeah, it's not responding. That's what it says. No, don't reboot. I think I can kill it. Who's on the line, Kat?
Of course.
Is there anybody who actually wants to ask us anything now after seeing that?
Jeff from Minden, Nevada wants to ask you a burning question.
Hey, Jeff, how are you? I got it back. I just killed the process. How are you, Jeff?
Hi, Leo. Hey, Leo.
Yes, sir.
Great save for Raj.
Poor Roger.
What a save.
I'm trying to help him. Kat says I don't care.
Done it good.
I'm trying to help him out. That's one of the reasons we've always done these shows live, and one of the things I like best is, when we first started doing computer shows, one of the things I hated was everything looked like it always worked. And as a user, I knew that was a lie. So I said, we're going to do these live. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And everybody at home goes, yeah, see, I knew.
You're right.
It doesn't work. It's normal. It's just the normal experience of computers. That's why we love them. So what can I do for you, Jeff?
Okay, Leo. I've got an old Passario, compact Passario, that just totally died on me.
Oh, dear.
No power. I got light to the power and so forth.
Okay.
But the problem is I've got a lot of information on the hard drive.
Yeah.
Now, I've taken the hard drive out.
Okay.
A little Toshiba hard drive of 6 gig. And I just finished building a PC. And my question is, how can I get the information off of the laptop old hard drive onto my PC?
I have in my pocket two hard drives.
See, the ribbons are different.
I walk around with them all the time. You should see me at airport security. So this is a normal 5 1/4 inch hard drive like you'd have in your PC. And I want you to look at the connectors on here. You see it has a separate power and data connector. Now this is what you've got, which is a little laptop form factor hard drive. It only has one connector.
Correct.
all the data and power goes through this one connector.
That's right.
So all you got to do to make this work is get an adapter, and they're about $4 or $5. You can buy them online. It's a laptop to IDE connector.
Great.
And it's very simple. And what will happen is the connector will have, the cable will have this connection on one end, and it'll have 2 connections on the other end so that you can plug in the power tail of your desktop and your normal IDE connection on that.
Now, would I operate this as a slave?
Yeah. You'd probably be the secondary drive. Now, there's no jumpers on it, so I'm not sure how you would do that.
Yeah.
I think your best bet is, actually, I was pointing at the wrong end. Here's the connector. and there are jumpers on this, so I'm thinking maybe you can jumper it to be primary and secondary drives. But in any event, I would say just put it on the unused chain, boot from your normal drive, and don't try to boot from this, and then you can read the data off of it.
And even though now I'm running XP Pro on the PC, and this is 98 SE.
That's why you don't want to boot off this.
Okay, great.
You want to boot off your XP drive. You'll be able to see the hard drive, and you'll be able to copy. If you boot off the 98, you probably won't see the XP drives because they're the new NTFS file system. 98 can't see them. So you'll boot off your, yes, you're right. You don't want to mess with the primary and secondaries. You still want your XP drive to boot. And just use this as a secondary drive and just copy the data off of it.
Okay, great.
And you don't have to try to mount it and screw it in unless you're going to leave it there.
No, I'm just going to let it hang there because I still got the side of my PC case open. I'm still putting stuff in and out of it.
That's the Patrick Norton technique.
That's it.
There's nothing you can't do without a little bit of duct tape and chewing gum.
Oh,
right?
yeah, some quick ties.
Yeah, he just puts it, that's exactly what Patrick does. He'll just have it hanging there. But the difference between you and Patrick is you're just doing this for a short time. Patrick leaves it there for years.
Well, I saw Oshie and Patrick making a round cable out of a flat ribbon.
Oh, they're amazing.
That was beautiful.
I love them. I sit there in awe. Hey, Jeff, I thank you. Yeah, I'll put a link to a site where you can buy these. There's lots of places to buy them. You just need an adapter that goes from a laptop drive to a standard IDE.
All right, Leo. Hey, thanks a lot.
Thank you for the call.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Coming up, represent your hometown. Representing. Watch, I'm going to do that. I'm representing by blazing it on your chest. Kat's going to show you a site that'll let you design your own custom T-shirts and this thing the young people call hoodies. We called them sweatshirts when I was a child. But before we head to break, many years ago. You know, I was born before Google. Let's test your tech knowledge with our daily quiz. Yes, I know, hard to believe. Head to the website, give us the right answer. We might give you a Tech TV t-shirt. Our quiz question of the day, which arcade game sparked a nationwide controversy back in 1976? Was it Castle Wolfenstein, Custer's Revenge, Death Race, or Dig Dug Does Dallas? Get to the website, give us the answer. Oh, you got me on that one. We'll talk about it when Call for Help continues. Stay here.
Be the envy of all of your friends with the Call for Help wallpaper. Oh yeah, when you show up at the LAN party and you sport the wallpaper of Call for Help, you're gonna be sporting the coolest wares in the house, boy. Go ahead and click on this and you will see that you can go ahead and download the wallpapers here. You can even get my horrible handwriting here if you want it to. Pretty cool stuff if you ask me. Go do it now. Do it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you guys know how I love websites that let you customize things. Well, I found yet another one. This one lets you customize clothes, and it totally rocks, although my neighbor hoodie isn't here yet, so I can't show you, but they're cool. Go to neighborhoodies.com. You have to love that name. It's a bunch of people in New York City that have come up with this idea, and they're called mass customization sites is what they are if you're looking into them. This is how it works. You come to Neighbor Hoodies, and you see here are a bunch of Neighbor Hoodies. And a hoodie, if you don't know what it is, it's a zip-up sweatshirt with a hood. And they're usually thin. Some of them aren't too thick, but they've got all kinds of things you can get here. You can get baby tees and regular tees and hats. You can even get customized on your booty. Look at that. Pretty cool stuff you got here. You can get one for your dog. What you do is you decide which type of shirt you want, and then you go to the customize page and you pick out the colors that you want, and then right here you enter in the text that you want on the shirt. So you go ahead and click this and say I want like kitty cat. They're all in uppercase letters. So, and then you can add stars or you can add hearts. Then you go down here and you enter in where you want the stars and the hearts, and that's it. They sew them on and send them to you. They're about 50 bucks each. But they're really cool because they are customizable. Here's a gallery if you need some help. They've got them all here. Sometimes they're a little more creative than I can be, so when I actually, Like, I love dorks. Mine's going to say, I love geeks.
Aww.
Yeah, and once you get your customizable shirt, you can send it to them and they'll put it up on this page. The other mass customization site that is amazing is Land's End. Lets you customize your chinos. Now, I don't really wear chinos, but my mom does. You know, these pants. What you do is you go to the mass customization, you go here, go to the women's section, and then the bottom right-hand side, you're going to see Customize My Pants. Create a new pair. They're $54, but look at how many different things they ask you. So you go through and you actually tell them exactly what your body looks like. That's not even the whole thing. Then here's this other page. What's your size? What's your weight? They need to know your bra size, which I don't understand why.
Why would
and
you
then
need that?
you go through, well, I guess for future purchases.
Oh, okay.
And you tell them exactly how your body looks, and then you get a customized pair of pants.
I want a curvy, round, full-wide pair of pants.
Full wide, baby.
With a skosh more room.
Full wide. $54, you get pants that fit you to a T. Check it out.
I've actually used that, not for pants, but they have a dress shirt. Customizer, same thing.
On Land's End?
On Land's End.
Yeah,
and
they're good at it.
I was really happy.
Really?
Yeah, it really came out wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, there's something about tailoring your clothes that makes you feel special.
That's the computers.
Right,
That's
You'll find all the details on our website, techtv.com/call4help. Are you going to use one of these services? Send me an email, kat@techtv.com.
I have.
All right.
I have. Thank you, Kat.
Sweet.
I found for our last caller, I mean, there's lots of places. This is cablesandmore.com. This is the laptop hard drive converter, and it's exactly what you need. A couple of bucks. They're not expensive. And yeah, you could even make an external case for it and connect it via FireWire or something like that. $12 for this particular model. Coming up, E3, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, the biggest video game convention of the year. We're about to get an exclusive look at some of the more interesting gaming gear featured at this year's show when Call for Help returns. Stay right here. Head of the labs here, Andrew Hahn, is back from the hottest gaming convention of the year, E3. You've been every year since day one, right?
Pretty much. I missed a
E3s?
couple of years, but I was there the first year. Maybe I missed a second. I can't remember.
What is E3?
It's the Electronic Entertainment Expo, and they started in, I think, 95, somewhere around there, 94.
You know, my good friend Gina Smith, my old co-host on the radio, started it. She was the editor-in-chief of Electronic Entertainment Magazine. They started this little gaming thing, which has taken off now.
Totally.
Is it the convention of the year?
It's absolutely the convention. There's like 60 or 70,000 people that go every year. I mean, it's amazing. You have this vast amount of games, all these publishers, great parties, Sony, you know, Nintendo, everybody.
Open to the public or only press?
You know, I think the last day's open to the public, but pretty much press and analysts, that's pretty much
as usual, the best stuff's for the press, huh? So what did you bring back from E3 here?
Well, I got a few things. I couldn't get, like, you know, the thing I really wanted was the PSP, the Sony PlayStation, the portable handheld device, or the Nokia, or sorry, not Nokia, the Nintendo. The DS dual screen.
Both of those are not going to be available at the end of the year anyway.
Yeah, those are like way, or even early next year.
Yeah.
So don't worry
they
about
had prototypes there, though?
Yeah, holding them up. Doing
impressive.
You know what? I'm intrigued by the.
They're both handheld.
DS.
They're kind of next generation.
Yeah, the DS is kind of like the SP but wider and with 2 screens instead of one.
Right.
The Sony device I think is just a platform for Sony Connect and music and also.
So it's going to be a much more powerful.
Yeah,
device.
it'll be a lot of other stuff that'll be involved, not just gaming. I don't know if that's the right way to go, but you know they're cool things. I'm really impressed by some of the specs.
You did bring this, and I'm so glad you brought this. What is this?
No, you know what? Okay, so here, Nyko, right? Not the company that you think about in terms of like the highest end stuff, but they do some things that I'd like and some things I don't like. I like this thing. This is $15.
Yeah.
And you see the little holes there? There's a fan in there.
I could feel a little air coming out of there. So this is for sweaty palm mouses?
Yeah, you're playing, you're going crazy, your hands are sweaty, and you're like, you know, you don't want them to get sweaty and slip off the mouse.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you're
the trouble with this guy though is that, you know, see the tilt of the buttons? I don't like that because your finger falls off. Robert was playing with this, Robert from the lab.
Yeah,
so his finger kept flying off.
Your palms may be dry, but your fingers are sweaty and.
Yeah, exactly. There's a speed on the back. You control 2 speeds.
It's just a cool thing to have.
You know, it's $15. What do you want? It's cool, you know?
Literally cool. I mean, my hand feels cool.
Indeed. So that's kind of a cool little throwaway thing. But Nokia, you know, the thing about these guys, they introduced the N-Gage a couple of years ago.
Now, this is the original N-Gage.
That's the original one.
The taco phone.
It was a taco. A lot of people didn't like it. The screen was nice, all that stuff, but it was about the games. They only have 15 games. It was really expensive.
But the games come on little SD chips, which is kind of neat.
They do, but the problem with this guy is, I'll show you. To actually, you have to pop the battery out and put the game in. Oh, it's nutty. Really.
So they've got a new generation.
So this is the next generation. This is the QD, the Nokia Engage QD. And the thing that's good about this guy is that it has a much better screen. It's much brighter than this earlier one. Let me see if I can't get the brightness up. It's also smaller. You don't have to hold it like a taco.
You could talk to it like a phone.
Yeah, you talk to it sideways and not like. See,
I'll sort of. It makes you look like you have an elephant ear on this phone because you say, "Hi, how are you?" Yeah,
exactly. This one is like
that's like a phone.
Yeah, yeah. Had it upside down. No, that's right. So it's like a phone. You don't look like.
I still don't like holding because you get makeup on the screen. Or you probably don't have that.
No, I don't have that problem right now. Yeah, not normally. Anyway, but the thing about this is it's a little more powerful. It's just, I think, a better platform in general. And the games are pretty good. They're coming out with more games.
Sims?
Yeah, that's Sims busting out. That's a pretty good game. I was playing that. It's pretty cool. It performs pretty well.
Wow.
But you know, the thing is, the screen's a little small. It's a good resolution screen. They've made some improvements, a little faster, obviously a little bit better screen, a little brighter, and it's smaller. And you can take the games and put them in through the bottom, a little flap instead of taking the back off.
Oh, it's got a flap.
Yeah, it's just an engineering disaster for them, I think. I mean,
it's also cheaper, right? The original Engage was like $400. It
was like $400. They couldn't sell it. That was the big thing. They didn't do good deals with carriers. This guy's about $179 or $200. You probably find it for $200.
Do you really want to play games on your phone like that?
You know, I don't. But
I would buy an XP. Seriously, I'd buy a Game Boy SP and
or the Zodiac.
Now this is neat.
Yeah.
Now this is a Palm device, right?
It is. It's a full Palm 5.1, I think, or 5.2.
Which is the latest operating
system. Which is the latest one.
Here, I'll let you play it, because you know what you're doing.
Well, let me see if I can't. Let's go here. Yeah. So the thing about this device is, can you guys see that?
Over your.
I don't know.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah, it's a little reflective, but the thing that's cool about this is it's got a lot.
You're playing Doom.
No, this is actually Duke Nukem.
Oh, Duke Nukem.
Yeah. And the thing about this device is it's not that well, actually you can get a 32 meg version that's about $200. This one's about $399.
Is it fast enough? This is Duke Nukem 3D, or no? This is the original Duke Nukem.
This is original Duke Nukem. Yeah. But
so
it's fast enough to play and to have fun. It has force feedback, dual speakers.
Really? It's got a little rumble pack in there?
Yeah, and it's got a great interface. Check out that interface. You got all these. They've sort of done a customized interface. You can just touch the screen and go to different things. Yeah. Let me see if I can.
Would you use it as a Palm too? I mean, does it have an address book and calendar?
Yes, it has everything.
All the regular Palm stuff, plus it's a gaming.
Plus,
see, now I kind of like that.
Yeah, it's really versatile for that. If you want a PDA and a gaming system, big screen, very bright.
$399.
2 SD slots in the top.
Two.
Yeah. And Bluetooth. See a little Bluetooth?
Oh!
So you can go back and forth and game. Good games for it. Plus, there's all the Palm games.
Sound like Marge Simpson. Oh! So is this a newer version? Because I've seen this before.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a new version. This is the 128 meg version. This is $400.
Baby.
I was going to say it was inexpensive, but it really is.
$400.
It's very expensive.
Well, if you're buying it, that's a lot of memory.
Yeah.
All right,
one
more thing.
I'm living in the old world.
You got a nice new monitor. I like this monitor.
This thing is awesome. I should probably turn it around.
Now, what does this have to do with gaming? Aren't LCDs terrible for gaming?
They normally are, and I'm not sure if this is a lot better, but this is a 12 millisecond response.
That's the key. They're fast. Yeah. They're normally too slow.
Right. An LCD has a hard time changing from gray to gray in different colors. Yeah. It has a sort of residual blur to it, so you don't want to watch movies on it, and you don't want to play games.
I've never had that problem. I've never noticed it.
You know what? I don't know. I think I've seen it a little bit, but I don't know if it's like a huge issue.
Right.
But for most gamers, I play on CRTs because I just think they look better. Anyway, 12 millisecond, pretty good. We've been playing it. It's a lot of fun. I mean, the movement's pretty good. You can sort of see. You're not going to pick this up on TV, but I mean, it's not bad for a good LCD. It's $599. That's a little expensive.
Oh, it's expensive.
So yeah, these guys do a good job though. They make their own glass.
I have a SyncMaster 191T digital. I'm loving it. It's a 19-inch. It's not one of the fast ones. I play, Unreal and Quake and all that stuff.
I think if you get down to around 12 or 16, you're probably going to be fine. Yeah. But until they get to around 8 or so,
then it's competitive with a CRT.
That's pretty competitive.
See, I guess I just have old eyes. I can't tell the difference. Very cool stuff. I think this Zodiac might be my favorite, although I'm liking the new Engage.
An Engage kind of neat. I'm a Zodiac fan, though.
I want one of these. That's really cool.
Awesome.
If you want to read more about the E3 Electronic Entertainment Expo and these particular products, go to our website, techtv.com/call4help. Up next, it's a Wired World fire sale. We've stacked the big board with the best prizes we've had left, and we're going to try to blow them out to the bare walls when Call for Help continues. Don't go away. right, welcome back. It's time for the Wired World Challenge. And for that, we're going to need a contestant, someone schmott, someone who's something going on upstairs. Who do we have on the phone there, Kat?
All of our viewers are smart.
They're all
Leo,
smart.
today we've got an extra special one. It's Rohit from Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, I remember Rohit. How are you?
Good, how are you
Have we
doing?
talked to you before on the show?
No.
Oh, I'm thinking of Mohit. That's another guy. Well, it's good to have you. Welcome to the show. Are you ready to play?
Yep.
You know what we're going to do? I'm going to give you 4 categories. You're going to pick one, and then I'll give you a question from that category loosely related to the category. It might be a hint, it might not. If you get it right in 15 seconds or less, then the fun begins. That's when you pick a number from 1 to 25 and pick yourself a nice prize off our Wired World board. You ready to do it?
Yep.
All right, Rohit, here are your categories. Listen carefully. Scrub and Scour, Attack of the Clones, Make the Connection, and Writing on the Wall. Scrub and Scour, Attack of the Clones, Make the Connection, and Writing on the Wall.
Let's go for the Make the Connection.
Make the Connection. Here's your question, Rohit. 15 seconds to answer. A BNC connector is most commonly used with what kind of cable? Coaxial, Cat5, or XLR? A BNC connector goes with coax, Cat5, or XLR?
I think it's Cat5.
No, I'm sorry, it's coax. Okay. That was very hard. I'm sorry, Rohit. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know.
When you're installing a T3 pipe joint on the overall U connector, should you use the... Let's get another caller.
Yeah, poor guy. On the line, it's John from Coral Springs, Florida. Let's be a little nicer.
John's scared now. Hey, John, how you doing?
John.
I'm sorry, it's Angelo.
Oh, it's Angelo.
Hey, Angelo. Where are you calling from, Angelo?
I'm in Coral Springs.
Oh, we got the city right, just the name wrong.
That's
Welcome,
right.
Angelo. Nice to talk to you. 3 categories remain, sir. Are you ready? Here they are. Writing on the Wall, Scrub and Scour, and Attack of the Clones. Which would you like?
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones. Dum, 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 bum, bum, bum. Here is your question, sir. Text or graph? Macros, boilerplate, or fields?
Fields.
These prizes, and we can't even give anything away.
Okay.
Oh, well, thank you for playing with us, Angelo. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Have a great day. Take care. Let's get another caller.
What are we
going to
do with all those prizes?
You know, I think we have an idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I involved in that?
No.
On the phone, it's Blake from Edgefield, South Carolina.
TV.
Welcome back to Call for Help. Tomorrow it is our final episode of Call for Help. Hope you'll tune in. We're not going to do it. You know, I'm not big on long goodbyes, but I'll give you a little hint. There will be a marriage, someone will have a baby, and Roger's first TV kiss. So it's going to be a very special Call for Help tomorrow. Hope you'll join us. Let's check the email bag before we head out of town today.
Okay.
He's not going to kiss you. Don't worry, Kat. It's okay.
And I'm not having a baby or getting married. So
You're not?
No.
Oh. Okay, we'll have to find someone else then.
Okay, good, because I don't want to do any of those things for a long time. I have a Dell laptop. I want to know, is there any way to increase the video resolution on my laptop?
You know, that's always a risky proposition. In fact, no, there isn't. LCD screens in laptops and even on desktops have what's called a native resolution, the number of actual physical dots on the screen. And you almost always on an LCD screen want to operate at that resolution, whether it's 1024 or by 768 or whatever. You can often go smaller on a laptop, but sometimes what they'll do is just put a big black box around the thing. You won't get any. But rarely can you go bigger. So you can go smaller, but generally you want to go at the native resolution, the actual number of switches, dots built into the screen. That's what to do with any LCD screen.
Very good.
Okay, Cat Schwartz.
Thank you.
We'll be back tomorrow. Maybe your hoodie will come by then.
I hope so.
I Heart Geeks. Hey, I Heart Andrew Hahn. Thank you so much for joining us. Our great lab guy, and of course, I Heart You. Thank you so much for being here. We couldn't do this show without you. It's been so much fun. Join us for our last show tomorrow, will you? I'm Leo Laporte. Remember, if you've got a problem with your personal confuser, don't whine, don't moan, don't yell. Call for help.